So, it's been a while since my last hero profile guide, but as always, my name is Hollow Strife, and welcome to this hero profile guide for Mac, the Young Scorpion. I have covered a bunch of characters already, so I will put a link in the top right for the playlist covering everyone else I have previously done a video on. Now, Mac was introduced as an escape character, being a part of Scorpio Squad alongside Keegan and Lani. He is the youngest member of Scorpio Squad and used to be a delivery driver before he joined the COG as part of the Hivebusters. If you do want to find out more about Mac and the other members of Scorpio Squad, there is a Gears comic called Hivebusters which goes into their backstories. Now I know I don't normally do a history of the characters that I cover, but as Mac is a new addition to the Gears games, I thought it would be relevant to cover. Enough of that, let's get straight on to Mac and Cheese. Mac is described as a tank within Horde, so he doesn't have many skills to help him put out more damage. Instead, he'll be able to keep him and his team alive with the use of his skill cards, perks and ultimate ability. Let's cover his skill cards first. Since Mac was originally designed for escape though, there will be a few skill cards that are completely irrelevant when it comes to Horde. These include the green stuff. Kills Envenom, Ash or Gas recharge barrier. Juiced up. Damage resistance whilst Envenom. My superpower. Increased damage while Envenom. And Bullet Magnet. Resistance to friendly fire. I will not be going over these skill cards any more in this video, but if I was to start a similar guide series for escape characters, then I will go over these in detail there. If that is something that you would want to see, let me know in the comments below. And now, the build I choose to use on Mac is Continuity Error. Kills during barrier extend barrier's duration. All night long. Increased barrier duration. Size does matter. Increased barrier width. And Roid Rage. Increased health. This leaves one empty slot for any of his other skill cards for you to choose from. If you want to be even tankier, then use Iron Skin. This gives you resistance to marksman weapons. Alternatively, you can be the main target and tank for your team with the use of Fatal Attraction. Headshots taunt enemies for a few seconds. This skill works well against Scions, Pouncers and DR1s. If you have Marcus on your team, this works well with his Living Legend ability. Use Max Ultimate at the same time and aim at as many enemies as you can. They will all become focused on you and you won't be taking any damage. This leaves the rest of your team to focus whoever they need to. If you do want to try and get as much damage out as Mac, you can use Critical, Active Pistol Bullets cause bleeding, and Deep Pockets, increased bolt-up capacity. You will have to lose one of the other skill cards though. Barrier Feedback would be my suggestion. With these two skill cards equipped, you can help with setting up bleeds for your team and increasing your damage output. If you want to get a little bit more out of Max Ultimate, you do have Mirror Mirror. Barrier reflects increased damage back towards enemies. I never found a great use for this though, and I felt like it didn't do enough damage to justify using. Although, if it does get a buff in the future, it may be worth looking into, but for now I suggest skipping over this one. Mac's last skill card is only useful for those of you who want to compete for leaderboard ranking. Numbers and stuff. Increased team score. Now that I've thrown all of Mac's skill cards at you, this is a setup I choose to go with whenever I take him into a Horde game. Now that we have his skill card set up, we can look at his in-game perks. These are Feedback Boost, Ammo Regeneration, Assault Rifle Damage, and Maximum Health. Only put points into the perks you need the most. Since Mac isn't tied down to any particular set of weapons, you have a lot of choices when it comes to his perks. If you choose to use nothing but assault rifles for all 50 waves, try to max out his assault rifle damage. This will give you a flat 30% damage bonus with your weapons. If you find you are using the bolt-up pistol and nothing else, ammo could eventually become a problem, so try to put 5, maybe 6 points into ammo regeneration. If you are like me though, then use lots of heavy weapons, as these are very powerful without any perks or skill cards, and it will save your team a little bit of energy. Instead, you can put a few points into maximum health or cooldown. I never usually put more than one single point into either of these, especially maximum health, as you already get 50% extra health from the crazy tough skill card once you max it out. Now, onto Mac's ultimate ability, which is called Mac will put up a shield centered in front of him that will last for 10 seconds and is wide enough to cover Mac and a single ally from his left and right. I choose to use skill cards to make it last longer, as well as making it as wide as possible, as you'll see from the gameplay on screen. The base cooldown for Mac's Wall of Glass is a little odd though. It is 6.66 minutes, or 6 minutes and 40 seconds, but this is all the proof I need to know that Mac is the devil. Mac's passive ability does tie into his ultimate. Whenever you take damage, the cooldown on your barrier ultimate will get shorter and shorter. Each hit you take will knock 1 to 2 seconds off the cooldown. This doesn't sound like a lot, but pairing this up with the feedback boost perk, you can use his ultimate every 1 to 2 waves. But how do I like to play this Fiery Protector? Well, as a tank, you are meant to be there to soak up damage and help keep your team alive. Using the in-your-face skill card, you can continue to taunt enemies, leaving the rest of your team to do as much damage as possible. Focus the bigger enemies like Pouncers and Scions so that your damage dealers can focus them down with their superior weapons. When there are 5 or less enemies though, I tend to store my primary weapons on a weapons locker. I'll then run around the map picking up weapons. At that point I'll take these to the fabricator for Jack. Surely I don't need to explain why I do that, but if you aren't sure, link in the top right now to my guide on Jack. And who does Mac play well with? The one character I love playing alongside must be Marcus. If you can coordinate his Living Legend ultimate with Mac's barrier ultimate, you can taunt lots of enemies at once and take very little damage, leaving your damage dealers to focus on whoever they want to. Any damage dealers work well, such as JD, Kate, Keegan, Lizzie. Make these your priority to protect when they are on your team. Jack also plays well into any team comp, and you can do a lot to protect him whilst playing as Mac. The last thing I would normally cover with these hero profile guides are the skins available for each character. Mac only has one other skill which was available in the store during Operation 1. I have already mentioned how I don't really cover these, but it is currently unavailable to purchase, so I did want to mention it. Hopefully the Coalition will cycle these skins back into the store at some time in the future, for those of you who do want to pick them up. Once again, I would like to apologise for how long it has been since I made one of these hero profile guides. I have been busy and did a little video update a couple of weeks ago, but I am trying to get back into making these at a regular pace. If you have made it this far through the video, then thank you so much for watching my hero profile guide on Mac. If you like this or want to see what I upload in the future, as it is not consistent, then be sure to subscribe. Leave a comment below on who you would like to see me cover next. If you do have any feedback on the videos or content you'd like to see on this channel, then leave that in a comment down below as well. Thank you once again for watching. My name has been Hollow Strife. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.